Well, it's a pretty exciting day here at Buckwheat Farms. It looks like my sow, Cleo, is ready to farrow, or as more commonly known, give birth. She's started gathering sticks and trying to make a nest, and she's not really interested in eating that much. So let me turn this around and we'll look at Miss Cleo. She's back there. So she's dragging those sticks in. I first noticed she dragged a stick into the coop and had it in the corner. And so when I noticed she had the stick in there, I went in there and pulled it out, and then I saw her dragging a stick around. I said, I better check this out. So she's dragging sticks around looking for somewhere to get her back up against something so she can farrow or give birth. So I'm going to go and right now get some straw, and I didn't realize it was, we're right on it. They said, when I started looking up and researching, they said when she starts doing it, she's ready. So it could be any time now. Then I'll have to get my razor blades ready for the castration of any boars I have. But anyway, time to get the some straw out here, and we'll see if we can't fix her up a little place where she can farrow. So while I wait for whatever's going to go on with Cleo, we got her some wheat straw back there, and again, one of those things, just something told me the other day to pick up an extra bale of wheat straw. I know I needed to clean out the coop, but oftentimes I'll use, we generate a lot of paperwork in our work, and I'll use the shredded paperwork for nesting material. But anyway, while that's going on, I've got a couple of blueberry bushes I'm going to transplant into the front yard. And then behind me, you see I've got this stack of pallets. I went to Tractor Supply, and they had the pallets that see how this thing turns here. Gosh, it's counterintuitive, isn't it? It's backwards. But I had this group of pallets here, and let me just turn it around. We can look at it here. And they're long pallets, and I'm going to try to convert those into some kind of fencing around my blueberry trees. I'll show you bushes. I'll show you here as we go across to where the blueberry guild will be. This is an area that tends to get some sitting water in it, so I'm going to try to mound up the blueberry bushes themselves so that the water runs away from them, but they'll still get plenty of water in here. And I've got two new blueberry bushes that I bought. I'm actually going to move this one into this slot down here. I've got a blueberry bush in the backyard. I'm going to transplant into this area, and then I'll bring in 3 more blueberry bushes here, and probably going to intersperse strawberries in here, and that's why I'm going to put a fencing around. And that's, kind of like converting my lawn. It's one of my things. I'm anti-lawn. I'll show you another project that I've got as far as taking over the lawn and making the lawn produce food. And again, this is the first of my little bean plots, basically. I've got sunflowers. I'm doing basically a Three Sisters small plot here with sunflowers instead of corn, and I have beans in here, and I believe this is summer squash, crookneck squash in here as well. And I'll build a succession of these down the lawn. I'll go here and here, and another one down the lawn, and continue succession planting, so I'll have a steady input of income, basically, of sunflowers and beans and squash. And it's interesting, sunflowers, we just found out sunflowers, you can just take the whole sunflower when they're young and throw them on the grill with a little olive oil, season them up, and they're really good to eat. There's so much that sunflower, I love sunflower butter, so sunflower and buckwheat are kind of supplanting our peanuts and wheat, I guess. And then let me turn this around again. And then in the front, this was where we had our winter wheat growing, which we cut in all our winter wheat. I've still got to cut this rest of us down here, but as you see, this is the main Three Sisters bed. It's our olive guild. We've got our olive trees in here that they're doing okay, and Then in here, we finally got coming up, we've got corn here and beans, and then squash in here. And we've got these interspersed throughout here. Of course, that corn has already started coming up. It's really grown. And then here, this is where the barley was, and eventually I'll be converting the entire lawn into usable area. The grass is such a waste, not only in energy but to the ecology. It's just a waste. Anyway, this bed here was where my barley was. You see, I've still got a few barley stalks that are growing back, and I've got sunflowers in here, beans, and again another squash. And then over here, I'm really stoked about this little area over here because I let the pigs clear it out a little bit. I mean, I've still got grass coming up in here because they just wouldn't clean everything out. But the amaranth is really starting to coming up. And this red here is the amaranth. And it'll grow in, I'm letting it grow in thick so it'll crowd out the grass. I'll be able to harvest all of that. But I've also got in here, which I love, is radishes. If you really want to let's turn this in. And oh, lastly, we've got a little turnip patch here next to the house. This is on the east side of the house. It gets shade in the afternoon, gets a lot of sun in the morning, but shade in the afternoon. And I'm hoping it'll stay cool enough in the afternoons where my turnips will grow here. If not, I'll put up a little shade here to shade them some in the morning. But I'll do I'm going to do an entire program on a no-till garden way of converting. In fact, with the next bed that I do, I'll do a video on how to convert your lawn into usable area. But for now, it's time to plant some blueberry tree bushes, and then I'll come back and show you when I'm done. So the blueberry bushes are in. This is the one I transplanted from the rear, and the others in. I used I dug a hole about twice the size of the plant, the pots that they were in, and put cocoa coir in there, crumbled it up, and I'll water it in this afternoon if we don't get any rain. And for now, I'll go work on those pallets to see if I can make me a fence. Well, no piglets yet. It's only about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and Cleo's still kind of roaming around, and she's decided to make her nest inside the coop, which is fine. That's where I found her, you know, dragging the sticks in originally, so that's good. But I'm about to wrap it up. I've got some mundane, some outside work I've got to do, but I did get these pallets. I've begun to take them apart. And what I'm going to do with these is it's about 27 inches to about right there, and I'm going to cut them off there and add some boards. And I'll we got some of the hydrated lime for glassing our eggs, and we found out that you can make a really nice whitewash with it. So I'm going to make a whitewash for this as well, and I'll put it out in front there to make a small fence. It'll only be a 27-inch high, so with the post it'll probably be about 30 inches high. If I have to keep some of the critters out, I've already got squirrels coming from across the yard, and I don't feel like sitting out there and popping them all the time, so I may be able to, I can string some electric along the bottom, the light electric I've got, and hook it up, and keep most of the critters away from my blueberries and strawberries and my squash and corn and all that's in the front yard. So that's going to wrap it up for today, unless you know, I'm going to keep this rolling into the night, and we'll see. I'll check back one more time with you and see if we've had any piglets yet. Anyway, we'll be back shortly, I guess. Okay, so Friday morning we'll continue the ongoing pig saga. Took my wife out for birthday last night, and we got back and nothing had changed, so I'm going to go out and check and see if Cleo has given birth. Let's close my gate up here. It's amazing how good I get one-handed here. And we'll walk out here and see. Let me flip down, so if we've got anything in there. And Cleo is in the back corner. It's okay, girl. You can't see her. I'm just going to open up the door here and just look into her and talk to her a little bit. Hey, sweet girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, sweet girl. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. You got that stick in your eye, though. Yeah. Okay. Well, nothing I can do for her except have sympathy, labor pains like a husband. There's possibly one of the husbands there. Don't know which one of them hit. We'll see. But anyway, nothing's happening. I'll leave her alone and let her get back to resting. Nothing's happening. I'll even forego egg collection for a couple of days. Don't want to disturb her and get her up moving around. Let her just sit there and go through the natural process. And that's what I try to do with my animals, is let them go through as much of a natural process as they can. Natural birthing. Cleo came from a place where their pigs were naturally birthed, weren't helped. So I want to do that with all my animals, try to find places where they're as close to natural as possible. Again, that's part of the lazy gardening, you know, let nature do what nature does. So anyway, got some hungry animals here. Let me get them fed, and I'm gonna go ahead and post this one, and then I'll do a live presentation, hopefully, if I'm around for the birth. If not, I'll come on and show you guys what's going on. Anyway, namaste.